Okay, it's your boy J. Kel back with another psych. It's the first video I'm ever making. Now, I was supposed to make this video a little bit further down the line, but I kind of can't wait anymore. Don't mind it, the background. It's a bag over there, so everything. It's kind of cluttered in here. I'm recovering. I got a bulging disc in my back. Speaking fast for you because I'm going to fit everything in this video. I promise you. But this is the video that you want to see if you want to know who's going to beat in the fight between Shakur Steveson and Gervonta Davis. Shout out to me and look out for my show, which is coming up in the future, probably in the next 2 months. It's going to be on YouTube, and it's going to be covering boxing, and it's also going to be covering a couple other segments and topics for us to, get to know of the universe. But let's go into the fight. So I wanted to drop this video probably a year or so ago. I'm going to let you know now. I'm a diehard Shakur Steveson fan. I'm from New Jersey, born and raised. I met Shakur Steveson before when he was a very young boy. I actually trained in a gym that he trained in. I am not a great fighter. I have not fought in any type of bouts. I've done none of that. You know what I mean? I went to his gym after college, and I just wanted to train a little bit, and that's actually where I got an injury. So I come off of that and go into the skeptics of the fight, details of the fight. So, Shakur Steveson will beat the brakes off of Gervonta Davis. Or it will be a close fight and Shakur Steveson is still going to win. This is on the night of Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. I thought Gervonta Davis was going to win. I was going to make this video anyway. It's just easier to see now, and I hate the fact that this fight happened. Now everybody's gonna be on the Shakur Steveson bandwagon now. And truth be told, I still don't think they understand fully what type of talent we have in front of us with Shakur Steveson. Gervonta Davis tonight fighting Lamont Roach. It's a lot of Shakur haters out there. It's a lot of Shakur haters out there, and Gervonta Davis is a great fighter, and what it reminds me of is the marketing and the elements that, kind of Earl Spence had, and that whole side of the street stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it came to Terrence Crawford. But don't get it twisted. Shakur Steveson is great at, and I got these things on my leg, I'm feeling. Shakur Steveson is great at defense. He's great at a lot of things. But I think what people miss out on when it comes to the matchup between the two and the actual fact is Shakur's defense is going to win the fight. And that's just bottom line. Now, I'm going to just speak from the heart because this is my first video. I'm not going to organize this video. I usually would have probably an animation on the video and all this other stuff, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to speak to you guys. I'm just going to go throughout the whole thing. We've seen Shakur Steveson fight. He's a master boxer. When it comes to his footwork, and this is all my opinion, when it comes to his footwork, he has better footwork than Floyd Mayweather. When it comes to his punch placement, is a little bit under master level. And that's only because I think he hasn't reached his peak yet. Like, it's better than everybody else's, but when it comes to his defense, is master level. When it comes to his technicality, as far as just knowing what to do in certain situations is master level. Now, Gervonta, when it comes to his defense, it's great. It's not master level. When it comes to Gervonta's punch placement, it's almost master level, like Shakur's. When it comes to Gervonta's footwork, it's good, almost great. When it comes to his power, it's great. When it comes to Shakur's power, it's good. I say all this to say that I think everybody's missing out on one key factor when it comes to Shakur Steveson. And this is why he's going to reign champion in this division forever. Like, forever. I hope everybody look back at this video and actually realize that we're sitting in a LeBron James era type-ish-esque. You get? This is why. And I really wish I could have made this video long after this, but I healed all the way. But everybody's making boxing channels now, and everybody's doing all this other stuff. I actually have a show that's coming out on YouTube. And it's not only going to be boxing, but just guys wait and see. But I just don't want to wait and make this video. I really want to share with you guys the secret that every boxing channel I've watched, it's like they just don't see it in Shakur, and they don't understand what they are seeing, and they're kind of blinded, and I'm gonna just give it to you. This is it. Shakur Steveson has the strongest, drum roll, the strongest torso in his division, and probably a division up, 2 divisions up, and like 2 divisions down. Keep it a buck with you. And what I mean by that is his torso, when it comes to, this part of you, right here, your abs to your pelvis, and then your pectorals to your shoulders, not even counting his arms, that part, shoulders down to pelvis, right up to neck. If you look at it, somebody, you go ahead, steal this information and make a video about this, because I've seen it. I've literally been watching this and I'm like, yo, nobody sees this. His torso is the strongest almost in boxing. And I apologize. It's one of the strongest. But because it's one of the strongest and it's one of the widest and it's one of the he kind of has a shape like me. I have very broad shoulders, and then I have like under here, like my underarm goes all the way up here. So my shoulders, I could pop my arms. So he has broad shoulders, and the thing of it, he's been boxing for so long that he uses his torso as the perfect shield. Now, this is where the defense comes in, and this is why nobody's gonna beat him. This is why. He does things that I probably can't even see, that I'm gonna try my best to cover right now, but oh my God, my foot. So when people say he move out the way and then he move back. Yeah, he does that. He moves side to side. Yeah, he does that. He moves side to side without his feet. He moved side to side with his head. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. But when it comes to his upper body, it's 2 places. So say, for instance, this is his body, and this is the top of his head. When he's like this, and this is his guard. Mayweather had the guard like this, but this is his guard. So when he's like this, and this is the top of his head, and he's up here, he's walking you down, and and it's almost like his torso is back here. It's already strong. It's already back here. But then he moved back, and then he moved back with his feet. But he has that position, and then he has this straight up position. And his head is up here, and his torso is right here, and he's boxing you off the back foot. It's damn near impossible to hit him from this guard, and when he's up here, it's damn near impossible because the feet are too quick. That's number one. And then number two, dealing with his torso, he has two different shells. So Mayweather had the Philly shell, but people don't really give him credit for this, and people don't point this out. Mayweather had the Philly shell. Shakur, he does that sometimes, and then he does this as well. But when somebody throws a punch at him, he does this. It's like he got two different defenses. He has the Philly, and then he'll go right into like a turtle shell, but and the person that throw their punches and he peek out. He has the fastest peek out in boxing, like out of this right here, and then like peeking out. And when he peek out, he's wah, and then back up and keep a distance and all that. But it's like when he's doing this and he's defending himself, right from this vantage point of him looking at the person's feet, he's been boxing for so long. For some reason, I've seen his fights, and he knows exactly where they are in that defense. He knows exactly when he pops his head out. He can throw a punch. Throws a non-telegraph punch from out of that shell like no other. The last part is him in that shell allows him to take the steam off of people's punches, not get punched, and also set up a counter. And probably about two other things. Like, I'm not a master boxer. I'm just telling you what I see. I personally have been watching Shakur since his first fights, down when he was in 126, I believe. I have not seen, and this is word up, people, really point out his punch percentage. His opponent's punch percentage per round. Every fight that he have, I think it's like 5 or 4. Like they land 5 or 4 punches. Yeah, they land the punches, right? But it gets worse for the opponent because these punch percentages are counting 4 to 5 punches that they're landing. But I personally, and you can go back and watch it too, I personally have never seen an opponent land a clean shot on Shakur. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. None of the fights, bro. None of the fights. And even a shot where he snapped his head back, like, even with the Josh Padley fight, I think he landed one of those, and it was like, yeah, you snapped his head back, but he snapped his head back and he like leaned back a little bit and still took like steam off of it. So that don't even count as a clean punch too. You might got hit in the face, but shit. And I don't mean like it's a lot of those punches, but it's like that was probably like the most clean punch that I've seen. So with that being counted, Tank is not, in my opinion, going to beat Shakur, and Shakur is probably going to make him look bad, and it's unfortunate, but because I like Tank, and I think he's definitely the number 2, but after this performance tonight, I don't even think Keyshawn loses to him. You know what I mean? To keep it a buck, I don't think that. So this is just a video, quick video, just pointing out the Shakur Steveson and Gervonta fight, but mostly I wanted to point out what people don't see about Shakur. Like, yeah, his power is mediocre and all that other stuff. I guess, I see him touching niggas up, but I guess. But it don't matter. We done seen Floyd beat 1 million cats, but he has limitless potential, and his defense and his torso is so strong that nobody's understanding that he is strong, and then he's utilizing it absolutely correctly. His corner absolutely has analyzed, I guess, his body and what he can do. And this is why every time we hear about Shakur, somebody said they sparred Shakur. It's like, oh yeah, you put the headgear on this guy. He's definitely sparring like middleweights and stuff like that. Yes, I don't know how far he go up. I seen him spar Jared Anderson a little bit. It was light, but shit, but you know what I mean? Come on. So yeah, man, it's about to get spooky. This is a beautiful thing. It's boxing, you know what I mean? Turned on it. I love it. But, shout out to Lamont Roach. Shout out to Gervonta Davis. That was a great fight. I know fighting a guy that has fought you before is a harder task than people would give you credit for. So that definitely plays a factor. And also with Gervonta Davis, mental issues are real, man. You know what I mean? Like being at the top of boxing and being the damn near the, the face of boxing, but being at the highest point, out of the 4 kings and all that other stuff for all these years, that shit comes with stress. But so if you need to take out time for your family, like, F everybody. Forget a rematch. Like, go take out time for your family. I don't even care if people call it a duck, because that could play a lot of mental issues. In my opinion, I really don't want to go into debt, but, all these things play into the scheme of things. Like Shakur, him being called born about all these people, that just sets you up so you could, focus harder. And everybody already didn't put you on the mantle, so shit, let me work harder. And Gervonta up on the mantle, and probably, work less. Them silk pajamas they be looking sexy as hell. You know what I mean? So I'm about to get in my linen pajamas and go to bed. But hope y'all all enjoyed, this post and enjoyed the fight. And wish me luck, I'm still in recovery. I'm like 5 months into recovery for a bulging disc, serious bulging disc, and I'm almost done. I appreciate all prayers. I appreciate everything. I'm just confined right now and working, and I'm going to start this channel. I'm going to start this show. I've done a lot of stand-up comedy. I've done acting. I've done a lot of things, and I have this thing that came to me pretty much appointed by a higher up, and I think it's definitely going to work, and I'm going to give you guys, all my effort, all my work. But have a good night, have a good morning, have a good day. I don't got a catchphrase.